Welcome back to part 2 of the Back to Basics video. When we last left you, there were 2 coats on the cabinet and a coat of paint on the handles and 1 coat on the door. Not loving those cracks, but we're going to take care of that. Even though we have 1 coat of paint on, I'm coming back in with the Dixie mud, filling those cracks because I just don't like them. They, could look like planks, and if you wanted to do it really rustic, that's one look, but I just feel like they need filled on this piece. While I wait for the mud to dry, I put a clear coat on the handles. That's just going to make them more durable. Now I'm distressing the piece. I'm doing what I call my nervous brush technique. I just take a small round brush and I just kind of erratically roll it along all of the lines on the door and the rest of the cabinet. I'm using glaze, which is kind of like a little bit of a gel, kind of thinner paint. It goes a long way. You can see I'm just using what's in the lid. And I'm just going around those detailed areas. There's different ways of doing it, but I think this is a cool way to distress cabinets such as this. This particular glaze looks blue when it goes on, but it dries black. So I messaged my client and asked him if he wanted a little something extra on the front of the cabinet because I felt like it needed a little something more. And I thought this transfer would look really great. So this isn't a video about transfers, we're doing basics, but just remember to put it on before you seal it. You can seal it first, put your transfer on, but then you have to seal over the transfer. I'm re-adding the hinges before I flip it just to make it a little bit easier so I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. And now I'm sealing the piece. I'm just using Dixie Belle's clear coat in satin. I'm going right over that transfer and every other part of this piece. I return the hardware and it's looking good. I simply used a Sharpie to cover over those screws and then I sprayed it with the sealer. Also on a spot where the hinge wasn't fully opened when I sprayed. As I was returning the door, one of the screws broke off. So I wanted to add another one at a different angle, and I stripped that screw. So here's a little tip that usually works, didn't this time, but take a gum band and put it over your screw, then take your screwdriver and attempt to release it that way. This trick usually works for me. It didn't this time. Eventually, I used pliers and got it out. I used my phone's camera to decide where to put the new screw. Finally, it worked. Let's take a look back at where we started with this piece. And then let's take a look at it now. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, subscribe to the channel so YouTube knows you like these videos. You can also join our channel membership group for only 99 cents a month. Just hit the join button now for lots of exclusive content. Find us on the web at www.statementdesigns.org and also on social media as Statement Designs. Stay well.